All right. Let's go here. Defense. And these shoes. Once worn by Adrim Delfler, elder paladin of the king of the kind wayfarers, they were a gift from the other members of the order for your help in laying Adrian's body to rest near Redflower Lake. The boots were so incredibly warmed from a lifetime of travel that they appear to be on the verge of falling apart. Despite this, they're incredibly strong and comfortable. And these do... Oh, these are paladin freaking shoes. What are you using? Move speed. What are you using? Reflex. Now, what are you using? Stealth. You know what? Let's do some swapping.
Farewell.
You walk your path, I'll walk mine.
Yeah.
Float me.
A lot of leveling, isn't it? Well, it's not as bad as I thought. Lore. Survival. Survival. That's good enough. Ooh. Cause a drake from the sky to fight for the party. Summons two fearsome ogres to fight for the party. Revives allies in the area of effect. Attacks enemies in 7 directions. Empowers allies in the area of effect. Dex, perception, and intelligence. Empowers allies in the area. We're doing the revive. Okay. Acolyte, Enigma. That's Cipher. Rogue. Maybe defense. Deflection actually really would be good for you. It's like a utility. Armor, additional shot, the recovery. Ranged weapons. Wound binding. Let's do... No. Let's do superior deflection. Maneha. Barbarian. Can do this, but ooh, we can do let's do athletics. Frenzy. Might kind of attack bonus. Deflection penalty. Oh, and oh wait, what? His endurance and health are concealed. It's crazy. Lash out when in pain. Endurance go too low. On attacks that normally deal target deflection. It will instead attack fortitude if it's the lore. Ignore the movement stop of engagement and gain threatening presence. Nearby enemies are sickened. Barbaric shout. Terrifying enemies, bloodlust. Oh, so the more enemies you down, the better that goes. You have to down at least 2 though, so maybe bloodlust. Everyone in range is crazy. After killing an enemy, the barbarian's recovery is waived, allowing them to again attack again immediately. Self-recover. Let's do bloodthirst. Actually, no, let's do crap. Yeah, let's do bloodthirst. Oh, you have oh crap, you're behind a few. Mechanics. Let's leave it. Offensive, savage attack. Accuracy to damage, maybe. Venom strike, no. Two weapon style. Weapon speed increase, let's do that. And Zahawa. Survival. Stealth. Swift strike. Frenzy blur of attack. Increase attack rates, turning will. Channel physical pain into pure energy. Nope. Oh, wait, why they have wounds? Portion of fire, bonus to melee. Long stride. Movement rate plus 2% move speed, clarity of agony. Duration of incoming resistant hostiles effects in half. That's cool. Crucible of suffering. Insight, gaining a temporary bonus to no. Blows. Big no. Duality of mortal presence. Two model abilities that allow him or her to switch between a bonus to deflection and bonus to all other defenses. Soul Mirror calls upon the power of the monk's psyche, reflecting half of ranged missiles targeting only the monk back to it. Ooh. Long pain. Cable projecting forces from his or her fist, inflicting damage at long range. That's cool. But Soul Mirror. Reflect range attacks. Alright, level 10. Athletics. Okay. Modification of the soul. Inflict enough raw damage to himself or herself to gain a wound. That's nah. That sounds good in theory though. Adventurer, savage. Nope. Envenom strike. Dangerous implement. Nope. Sanctifier. Interrupting blows. Increases the chance of causing interrupt by any damaging attack. Vulnerable attack. Slows down their melee to bypass a portion of their enemy's damage. Ugh. Bloody slaughter. All attacks at enemies with low endurance converts from some hits to crits. And crits do additional damage. So bloody slaughter, let's do interrupting blows. Okay, next. Exalted hands, let's give it to you. Endurance when below. Let's give that to you. Okay, which one is this? Dying boar. Two-handed morning star. You're also using your own armor. And you're using... Oh, I'll give you light armor. Medium. Unique. Deflection. Yep. Oh, wait, what do you have? Poison. Yeah, no. I feel... Crap. Pop that. Healing bonus. Receive, though. Spell defense. Against spells. You're using... Oh, yeah, your own crap. And the key... I knew someone had a medium. Heavy, light. Defense against... like you having a charm defense. Range damage. Beast. Alright. I don't even remember where we got that from. Collection. Someone has 2 freaking rings. I need to give one off. Oh, rings of protection. Not you. Quarter staff. Actually, maybe we can give this to maybe Ayla for melee. Huh. Nope. You can take this and this. Oh, you're fine. Okay. Save it. Swap it.
Very well.
Safe travels.
There a log. Ugh. Um. Okay. Leave it. Let's talk to these people. First, let's see if you have anything else to say. State. Let's see. Oh, never mind. Where are they? Oh, they're actually not in here? Um, payoff. What does payoff do? Payoff. Let's look this up. I have no idea where they actually are. Are they locked up? They should be. I guess not. Okay. So let's just pay them off. 250. Pay off. The shackler, I'm sitting at. You need to leave. Yeah. And you're leaving with you. You're a shackler. Let him deal with you. Finish in 0 seconds. Save it.
Last thing the Deerwood needs is another foreign colony.
You're not wrong, but too late now. We also need to talk to grieving mother. Let's find her. Did anything change in here? Oh, rest. Oh, you. Tell me about yourself. Where to begin? I spent almost 10 years as a mercenary in Old Valia. Plenty of work there. She tilts her head up and starts counting off on her fingers. After that, I fought some pirates in the Dead Fire, or for them, depending on who you're paying. Did a short stint in the White Dead Winds, then roaming around the Living Lands, and finally joined the Gift Bearers in the middle. And here I am. She grins. Actually, I was asking where you came from before your adventures. Not much to tell. She waves a hand and looks away quickly. Oh, Grew up in Real Thai, left when I was still pretty young and haven't been back since. Why not? Oh, spent almost 20 years there. Change of scene is good. Scenery is good, right? Oh, something's not right. She gives you a breezy smile, but it looks forced. I see. Better to look forward than back. That's what I always say. And you gave why so much travel? Guess staying in one place never much suited me. And you gave up soldiering, piracy, and adventuring to join Andra's gift bearers? She laughs. Still plenty of adventures, just different circumstances. I have questions about some of the lands you visited. I'm always up for war stories. Tell me about the Deadfire Archipelago. Dangerous. You got pirates and sea monsters, and don't even get me started on the merchants. I had a good run there, but I got tired of trying to keep track of who had a knife pointed at my back. What was Old Valley like? Grand. A skirmish every day and a feast at another come to, and Borsesos keep every night. Those were good, carefree days. I'm curious about the living lands. Most folks are, she laughs. Even after 10 years there, feels like I just saw the edges of the place. You can start the day in the desert and find yourself in the middle of the jungle by nightfall. Everything there is just a little wilder, going for folk as well as the creatures. Part of me misses it all, but you wake up every day knowing it might be your last. I stayed lucky longer than anyone with the right to expect has a right to expect. What was the experiences in the white that wins? Short, the place is too cold for anything but leaving. Okay. Okay. Save that. Hello, grieving
Your
mother.
mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
Questions? Can you tell me about the birthing
The
bell?
birthing bell. It is where I could draw new souls into the world. I recall some of the memory of it through what you have seen, but not all.
Where is it located? The birthing bell lies in the great forest of the drywood at the borders of Gothantan lands, surrounding it barely a town, not one you would find on any map, but it held an important place for those there, even if we were far from a beaten track. Some families, tied like a knot, joined at the wrist in mind and thought. All were welcome. All had purpose. I heard the name Watcher in your thoughts when you remembered the birthing bell.
It is
Why?
because I once believed I was one, and others believed I was one.
Not met. There is a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she is going to fade from your vision, as if she can't bear to be seen. There is another name for someone with our abilities. This cipher does not define you any more than Watcher does. It diminishes the nature of who you are, dims the flame of thought and drive. Yet, if it calms others to define you in such a way, then comfort may be taken in that. That is a cloak as well that serves to dispel fear, hate. Why did you believe you were a Watcher? The world has many corners, and in some corners the name Watcher is more known. It is an easier title than others, and at times it's easy to wear. Placing a title upon what is unknown can dispel the fear of it, and I did not fight it. I even believed it true, though I knew little of the ways of Watchers. It even granted me strength. I was able to see the thoughts of others, shape them, and help guide souls. Watcher seemed enough, and the name seemed to matter little in the light of one's acts. Do you know anything about Watchers? I feel that they were once marked, hated. Such hate feels dimmed now. I can feel it. Other hated Others' hatreds have risen for other titles, but they burned bright in the past. Now hate has shifted focus, and they may fall on the same again, either you or me. All right, that's all. Let's see that, 'cause that was freaking cool. Hana, tell me about yourself.
What shall I tell? I am Kanarua, born in the royal
I
city of
didn't do any of
Takua,
this.
from which rules the Ranga Nui. There. That is a solemn enough start.
He grins brightly.
I am a lore chanter in the college there. Or at least a student of lore and a chanter both.
Perception. The accent's right. You don't look like you're from Ruotai. Do I not? grins crookedly. I take your meaning. My family's from the Deadfire Archipelago, but I've never seen the islands. My parents traveled to Ruatai many years before I was born. They found more opportunities in Ruatai. My mother took the crafting cannons, aspiring pirate that she is, and my father worked with coral, caught in the eye of someone important, and then the Rangunoi himself. The rest followed. What would you like to know? What made you leave the
I
college?
was on the usual path at first: theology, the traditions, when the Gate of Great Teeth was completed. It was all my father had hoped for, the greatest commission he had ever received. But it was also a sign that Rawatai was changing,
Rawatai.
looking inward. Meanwhile, I was neck deep in the writing of a dozen nations, marveling at all the things that lay beyond our borders.
And in so many of those books and records, I found accounts of ancient Ingwit. The the Adherents hold a great hunger for Gwenthan relics. And why shouldn't they? It was the civilization from which the Glefathans learned to read souls. I decided that my third degree would be in history and that I would study the Ingwethans. They were at the heart of so much discussion abroad, so many discoveries. It drew some mockery. We've watched the deer draw itself into several conflicts with the Glefathans over these ruins. The Koa had its own concerns. And soon I found it, a section of the Tanvai Orataha, in an Adarian translation of ancient Ingwethan script, just there, without explanation. It seemed like a gift from the gods. Um, what is this gate of great teeth? Much as it sounds, a maze of walls, like the teeth of some nautical error. It sits outside the city and guards the Koa from invaders and storms. The storms have always been more trouble. Nutanari, the angry titans, throwing themselves against Ruatai's shores. Invaders, I'm not so sure about, but perhaps I'm like the man. But perhaps I'm like the man who, being dry, throws off his raincoat during a storm. Kind of laughs, so my mother would have me believe. What about the Lord Channers? My eldest brother thinks we spend our days in a song weaving wreaths from flowers, but the truth is far less exciting than that. The cottage preserves what knowledge our people have gathered. I would have it said that the Lord Channers are Rautai, for without them we would have no beginning, no sense of how far we've come. We will forget ourselves with every generation. I'm only a student yet, but someday I'll return and tell the keeper what I learned, and she will add my verses to the chant. Oh, what's a Rangunoi? A king, our great king, ruler of all over Rauatai. He led our people well, and he has treated my family very well. My father and he are great friends, as much as one could be friends with the king. I have. Okay. You've been hunted by the leaden key? It seems we have that in common. It's all rather absurd, isn't it? I don't see what they mean to gain from it. And who are these people? I thought it only fair to delve into their activities in turn. I found word of a Latin key, but past that it was all raving and superstitions. I might as well have gone around asking whether someone had ever seen a whale flying through the air. Some might well tell me yes, but the validity of that account is questionable. You don't seem worried about it. They haven't had much luck. The last one came up to me at a dig site and slipped on a muddy beam. I tried to catch him, reflex I should think, but he went right over the side and down 100 feet. I'm really not sure what he had in mind, but I thought that was it. What is the sacred book you're
The Tanvi
looking for?
Oratoa. It's not really a book. It's been passed down over the years in the form of a chant. I actually found it a little strange at first, seeing it set down in stone. It's not quite the same as a song of worship, though we have paeans to the gods as well. More a kind of moral guide. It gives us something to aspire to. The model of a virtuous citizen of Rawatai.
Wouldn't it have crumbled away by now?
Much of Ingwith's writing is lost to us, but an engraving would survive. I found several tablets at the site in Examitl. The scholar Gabranos, in particular, seems to have been fond of writing on the walls. I may have to ask you to help me carry it if
You
it's a large stone.
think the Ingwethans were the true authors?
I don't know that the distinction is necessarily important. Rawatai has a long history, and our people have come from many different places. It matters less who wrote it than that I have found pieces of the verses all around the world. Wherever it came from, it will be Rawatai that decides what becomes of it. All the races and peoples of our kingdom coming together to create a great empire. You see, then, that I am loyal in my way.
He smiles sheepishly. Why look for it out here?
There have been arguments as to the chant's true interpretation, new translations even. But any rendition of it I find in the ruins of Engwith will predate those translations by 2,000 years. And finding it here also proves that we still have much to gain from trading with other cultures. I'd be lying if I said I'm not looking forward to seeing the look on everyone's faces when I get back. But in the long term, I just think that we can learn a lot from the Engwithians. A civilization like that is something to aspire to. A model for Rawatai as a whole, and not just its people. And I want to prove that all of this is worthwhile. Traveling, seeing the world for what it is. It's been so different from sitting in the Chanter Hall and studying books.
So you came all this way to win an argument?
More or less. It wasn't a popular theory when I suggested it. The idea that we shared the Tanvi Oratoha with some older culture, doesn't mean it's not true. It doesn't help that my family is from the Deadfire Islands. If I had a copper pond for every chanter who suggested that it's just not in my nature to conquer. My siblings, my parents, they make up for it. They build walls and cannons and ships. I've tried to explain. It isn't that I think those things aren't necessary, but if Rawatai closes itself off from trade, turns on its own people over tradition, we will fall behind, and then we'll be the ones getting conquered. I think my father tries to understand at least.
Describe this virtuous citizen.
Dutiful, learned, honest. The sticking point is loyal. Loyal to the people of Rawatai above all others. Fearless in their defense and bold in aspiration. Tireless in battle or industry. An inspiration to one's people.
He shrugs a shoulder, his broad smile fading.
But it seems it's not that far a leap from there to the idea that we must cast out foreign influences.
So is that what you aspire to be?
Doesn't everyone want to be a good citizen?
He looks away. But that sounds boring.
You'll see a few children nodding off in the middle, I grant you.
He smiles.
But the chant is not something taken lightly.
Oh, I didn't think
two factions vie for the king's ear. We've been spared the civil wars and petty conflicts of our neighbors thus far. I'd rather
he grows
stay
somber.
That way.
Do you know anything about this place? Kanoa is a marvel, an ugly, crumbling marble, but even so, it's overshadowed by what it sits upon. But the keep itself can tell you much about the Darren settlement, a very rigid people, I find. Okay. Save it.
Need something?
Can we discuss our party members? Put them aside.
Curious about your compatriots? Whom in particular?
He steps in close and speaks quietly. What are your thoughts on Palangina?
Her zeal is sincere, and I can tell you she's destined to die on her feet.
Wow.
And she's easy on the eyes. Can't fatten a thoroughbred, that's what I always say. I just wonder if she has a cloaca or not. Ooh, the curiosity is killing me.
His voice becomes a near whisper. Cloaca?
Yeah, cloaca. It's a combination feces chute and happy slot. Birds usually have these hybrid holes, and I figure she might too. What? Don't look at me like that.
Wow.
We can speak another time. Lead the way.
Wow. All right. Okay, we're resting. Let's save it. Let's rest. A lot more options finally now. Let's do... Let's do... Might. And then someone has to come off. Let's talk to Aloth really quick.
Hi?
Parents. This is gonna suck. I kind of need. I don't want to give up a deer, but I need the grieving mother, maybe? I need to talk to her the same way as we're talking to Durant's. However, we do need to go back to the crossing for this freaking dragon eggs. Where did we actually meet? I'm trying to remember where we met. Where did we meet Tagani? It could be the bluffs. Hmm. We met her. Oh, we met her in Woodland Plains. That's all I need to know. So I wonder if it is this bridge. Not this one, that's for sure. I still don't understand why. I thought it would have been this one. Let's do. Hmm. Did we have? I don't think we have anything else. And that's the rent stuff. Bounty. Huh. The deer. The rent. Huh. No idea. All right, where's the rent crap? I may need to read his stuff. Egg-wise. Oh. Was one of the engineers. There must be more to this that he isn't telling me, at least not yet. Okay.
Sure.
Let's do.
Gelade. Well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
Okay.
Hello!
Omnis, nothing. Okay. Maybe it's by act.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Who am I taking?
Cores.
Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to regret it. I know I am. Oh, you returned. That was quick. No events. How many? How long? Oh, it's done? And let's do Artificer. Save it. Sure. Only because I just read this trying to figure out Sagani's thing. Oh, that is not correct. What? Oh, I went the wrong way. That's fine. Let's just make sure. There we go. Annoying, but I actually need to go north, south, east, west, everywhere. So I may need to. Nothing from here is here. Yeah, because we went from Kanoa to Woodland Plains. So we may have to go west of Margaret Fort. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Let's leave this here. And we come back, we will go east to Pearlwood Bluff. All right. Thank you, everyone, and see you on the next one.